Alright, finally my Woodland Scenics hot wire cutter finally fucking died after 10 years. So I was at Hobby Lobby and I picked up a replacement, and here's the video. So this is just called like hot wire foam cutting tool. There's no fancy fucking name for this. It's a 3-in-1 and $29. It's pretty spot on. I do recommend this. We're going to go over those features in a moment, but it is a pretty solid tool. The long, I don't even know if you call them blades or just the metal probe. The long one is probably the weakest part of the tool. You'll see that later, and I'll explain why usually they tend to not be so good. But I believe, well, I know this is like a pretty like solid all around like a little piece of machinery here, or fucking tool. Alright, let's look at the bits. So it comes with the stand that isn't great, but isn't bad. It comes with some extra wire, which is always a fucking miracle. The short little blade only gets hot on the top, and the long blade is like a long blade, and they're like mediocre as always. So here are the parts, all broken down. This little short one I really do like. It only gets hot at that little fucking tip, but it gets like super fucking hot, like ridiculous. And the downside to these long blades is they're long, and it takes a lot longer for that heat to travel all the way down, and it doesn't stay well like any long blade. If you've seen the other foam video I did with the the hot wire gun, that's only just the blade. It does a better job because it's short. The cool thing I like about this too is that like on and off button is not on the fucking like tool itself, and it's got a super long cable. I'm not a big fan of like the button being on the handle and shit. It's just kind of irritating, and it's simple on and off. I like it. The hot wire part is fucking amazing. I like this a little bit better than the Woodland Scenic one because it's a lot wider, and you just tie the wire around the like nib or the knob, the end of the fucking metal. There's just like a little hole in there. It doesn't have those big like lugs, which means like to tighten it, you have to tie it really good, which you'll get used to that shit. It's not that hard. But with not having those like big lugs at the end, you can shave off like super thin pieces. And whoever tied this up was like a fucking genius. I'm not even that good at tying like hot wire onto that shit, and they did like an amazing job. But you can kind of like see, it's a little hard to see. And the tool is like super light. It almost feels like a like soldering iron. Not like cheaply built, but like built good enough. And you can get like real close and get like little thin sheets. It really, for $29, I do really highly recommend this. And you get this at like Hobby Lobby. Maybe you can get it cheaper online. And it's just, the top pops out like that. Fucking simple. There's like a little like knob that sticks out, or like a little piece that's lifted. See it like right there, so you can't fuck it up by plugging it in wrong. And you can see it in there where it goes in. Super easy, pretty much idiot proof. I recommend like letting it sit for like 10 minutes before you try to like pull the next one out, because if you just suck at grabbing shit and you grab that metal, you're gonna learn the hard way. Again, this part of the tool is the weakest in the arsenal of little pieces, simply because it's too long. In my opinion, like when you get like a hot wire cutter that's like a blade or whatever this is called, like 3 inches to like 4 inches should be like the max. Like anything longer, like I've seen, just takes a while for it to heat up, and it loses the heat once it starts cutting. Now, it doesn't do a bad job, but like it doesn't do a great job. And I have a tool that it's just the blade, and it's shorter, and it's in that other video that, in my opinion, does a better job because it's a shorter blade and there's less heat loss. Because it's shorter, it doesn't have to go the electricity doesn't have to go all the way to the that tip. Now this tool is pretty cool. I'm gonna use this to when I do my BattleTech video on terrain eventually. It gets super fucking hot at the tip, and the side does get hot, the rest of that metal, but it's like it's nowhere near like that fucking tip. And you can literally just like draw like lines or like a name or like super fine detail work. Like if you were messing with that that purple foam and you wanted to cut like bricks into shit, you could do it easily. I do recommend this. Thumbs up as always. All right, that's it. Goodbye.